Hey guys, hi. Welcome to our fourth live Q&A on business systems. I'd like to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Matt Scanlon. I'm a gym owner in Kansas City, Missouri, and today we officially kick off playoff season here for the Royals, so we are pumped about that here. I also am a business coach, business mentor for the 321 Go project. So we've been doing these weekly live Q&A sessions as a way to sort of identify some of the common questions that people have and kind of create a very basic groundwork to developing some business systems that you guys can use in your gym. And we call this member-centered business systems because we're really using your athlete experience to drive some of the systems that we're building in. So that's what we're really going to focus on today, is to show you guys this roadmap of what your customers, your members, and your athletes go through from the time they first hear about your gym to when they actually become a member of your gym. And then, as you know, like a conversation that we've been having around 321 Go project as of late is getting to that 10-year point in your gym and thinking about what are some of the things that are keeping athletes interested in your business 10 years from now. So let's get some housekeeping out of the way. You guys, this is a live Q&A. So I would like it if you guys asked questions. I think on your left-hand side, you'll see a little button that says Q&A. If you click on that, you will have the opportunity to answer or ask any questions in real time. And I will get to those. Just so you guys know, we are on a little bit of a delay, about a 15 or 20-second delay. And so if it appears as though I'm not getting to your questions right away, do know that I see your questions and I will most definitely get to them. So, building systems in your business. Why would we do that? So most important reason why, and our philosophy at 321 Go project, is to help first. So we know that one coach to one athlete, you can provide a strong level of assistance to that athlete. One coach to 10 athletes in a class, you're still able to provide a high level of service to that athlete. But what we're looking at is when your gym gets up to 100 members, 150 members, 200 members, what are some systems that you can put in place to ensure that that experience is consistent and that your business can run without these personalities? Because we know that personalities will come and go. Your athlete's favorite coaches will come and they will go, and you, the business owner, will still be there with your business, needing to provide a good, helpful experience to your athletes. So that's the reason why we need these robust systems in place, especially in the gym. So you can bring on new coaches, you can bring on interns, you can go away on vacation and know that you are delivering the product to your customers that you feel that you can be proud of. And you really won't be able to do that without developing some of these systems. So let's talk about our roadmap. We have 4 stages of athlete interaction, or of customer interaction. And this is true both in your gym, and this is also going to be true in any business that you guys start. You have these basic templates of customer interaction. So we're going to create this roadmap. One thing that I want to do today is maybe identify in each of these stages a couple tactical elements that you guys may have seen other gyms do, or things that your gym may do. And the goal here is to maybe tie those tactical elements with your athlete roadmap or your strategic elements of your business and work backwards from there. But really the end goal, guys, is for you to have a strong grasp on what our athlete strategy is, our member first strategy, and then the tactics that you plug into there can change as certain elements of your gym become more popular, or you get new types of athletes in your gym. You'll be able to use the same strategy over and over again. So let's just start off with, on the roadmap, the first start in your roadmap is going to be athlete awareness. That is your first athlete stage. And when I say awareness, what I mean is probably what we assume uh, marketing to be. So like when you hear the term marketing, you probably are thinking about athletes in the awareness stage. So let's identify what awareness is. So awareness is the one-way communication between a business and its customers. And in the gym business, what we would say is that is just letting people know that we are here. Like we are in your city and we have a gym and people work out here. Quite simply, it's just this one-way method of communication. Other businesses will use things like television commercials, Facebook ads, billboards on the highway, signage outside your gym, like radio spots, all these things, like newspaper ads, all of these things are in the awareness phase. So it's important to know that that level of communication is one way, and that is just one stop in the athlete journey, is this awareness phase. So what are some good strategic elements of creating a robust awareness system? The first element is consistency. So no matter what channel you choose to develop brand awareness, the key here is that you do so very, very consistently. So if you choose Facebook as a platform to develop brand awareness, you can't be really, really active one day and then go 3 days without saying anything. I would much rather prefer that you post one thing every other day, but do it consistently. So we want to set the precedence for customers in this phase, that to know that they can come back to whatever this platform is over and over again for either fun, interesting, funny, or valuable information, but you have to be consistent. That's the first element of a strong awareness phase business system. The second element is that you're demonstrating fun. Like first and foremost, that's what most of your gyms are doing for people that they're currently not getting elsewhere. If what they were doing for fitness right now was exceptionally fun, then they probably wouldn't be looking for a change. So we want to make sure that in this awareness phase, we're not trying to solve the world's strength and conditioning problems. We're not trying to teach people a better way to squat in awareness phase. Quite simply, in this phase, all we're looking to do is say, guys, here's my gym. It's a fun place to be, and look, it's full of people just like you. Quite simply, this one-way awareness communication. So let's talk about a couple tactics around this. One tactic that I really love is the public sharing of PRs. So as you guys see, I've got these little whiteboards right here. You know, whenever we do like a testing week or something like that, somebody can write down what their PR is on one of these PR boards, you know, hold it up, take a picture. Guys, that can go on your Instagram or your Facebook feed. And that's just a great, that's just great social proof to show people that like, hey, people are in here getting results and having fun. Nothing overly complex. You don't want to overthink this phase too much. The second important element of your awareness phase is that we want to start with why. So Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why, is hugely popular. And we want to be explaining to people why they should come in to the gym. So one thing that we see a lot in gyms' Facebook feeds or their blogs are the workout of the day. So one thing that we do know about our members, or my members at least, is that they will do anything to find the next day's WOD. Like if you know what I mean, if you ask your members to like run a mile to find tomorrow's WOD, that's going to be the easiest way to get them to run a mile. So when you have the workout of the day on your sort of front-facing awareness platforms, you're probably doing a disservice to your future members. And what I mean by that is, so let's say you had Fran, 21-15-9 thrusters and pull-ups. You would be much better off to, in this awareness phase, show somebody doing Fran and having fun or demonstrating their PR, as opposed to just saying what Fran is. That really doesn't mean anything to people who are in the awareness phase of their customer journey. So instead of saying what, a great tactical element would be to explain why you should be in here having fun doing these things. That's the awareness phase. The next phase in your customer journey is going to be interest. So the key differentiator between the awareness and interest phase is going to be that line of communication goes from being one way, goes from being from business to customer, to now there's a two-way street in communication. So this could be a response to an email. This could be submitting a contact form on your website. This could be a phone call. So at this point, we've gone from just letting people know that we're here and we're having fun, awareness phase stuff, to now somebody's actually reaching back out to us. So in the interest phase, this is where we can begin to establish ourselves as that strength and conditioning, that health and wellness expert, because people are now asking us for more information or asking us to deliver more to them, more specifically about what we are doing. So interest phase goes from one-way communication to two-way communication. So people are now reaching out, people are putting forth effort to contact us. So it's in this phase that we realize we've got about 4 to 6 weeks to get this athlete in the door, to get them moving along this roadmap of the customer experience. So let's talk about a very specific tactical element in the interest phase. So one thing that I've noticed has been a point of discussion in the 3-2-1 Go Project Academy as of late is training sports teams. So I'm talking like maybe high school kids, like let's just say let's say baseball's getting ready to wrap up. So let's take a baseball team that's going to be coming into the off season. In this interest phase, one of the things that we can do to begin a conversation with the sports team is to solve a problem that they have. So let's just say, think back to all of the sports coaches that you have or that you know. One of the things that they don't spend time talking about, and one thing that they would probably really enjoy outsourcing to somebody else, is going to be discussions about nutrition. So that's one way that you can really come in and solve a problem for somebody else. So let's say you put out some kind of off-season baseball nutrition guide, and you just put that out in all of your marketing channels. And what we're going to do is put it behind a wall. And if you guys look back at one of our previous Q&As, you'll see we talk about these email systems. So put a button in there and then go check that out. But let's say we put this nutrition guide, this download, behind a wall, and we ask people for their email address and to download this off-season nutrition baseball guide, quite simply. So now we know that we've begun this conversation with teams and they are interested in what we have to say about nutrition. And so they put in their email address, they download this nutrition guide, and now we have a list of sport-specific teams that are interested in something that we're doing. So now we follow up with more information that is similar to what they initially asked us for. So they came to us for nutrition, and we'll continue to send them valuable nutrition information. And then as you begin to nurture those new leads, you can begin to talk a little bit about strength and conditioning and maybe some additional services that you can provide for them. And then you can maybe put out an offer for a team building event. So now you can get an entire team, and you got in the door not talking about strength and conditioning, not talking about off-season programs, but quite simply solving a problem that this team had. So the problem that the team had was that the coach was not interested in talking about nutrition. You stepped in and you provided this valuable nutrition information. And now you've invited the team in to do a team building activity. Again, we're not talking about developing any programs for them, but we're simply providing valuable content, and we're thinking about helping this team first. Help first is always going to be our motto in this phase. So they come in and they do this team building activity. You can set up an obstacle course race, maybe do some recovery and stretching tools. Again, solving some other problems that these people have, helping them first. And then once you've been seen as an expert in this and you've given somebody something that they need, now you can begin to talk about a sales process. So again, in this interest phase, we haven't done any sales. We've simply provided valuable information and a valuable service to this baseball team that they currently don't have. And then from there, once we've established ourselves as an expert, then we can make an offer towards something that would be of value to both them and to you, the business owner. So that's the interest phase. And the interest phase on a very high level is a two-way point of communication between the customer and the business provides very helpful, valuable content to the customer. All right, so we've gone through awareness and we've gone through interest. Now that third phase in your customer journey is going to be integration. So an athlete comes into your gym and is, filled out a contact form on your website. You followed up with that contact form. You asked them to schedule an intro session, and now they're in your gym and ready to integrate. So the key elements here is that this athlete will need to succeed early and often. So that's going to be like the hallmark of an athlete's integration phase, is that we want to find something they're good at and give them opportunities for success every time they step foot into the gym in this initial month or two of the athlete's cycle. So some ways that we can do that. A tactical element for the integration phase will be the Bright Spot system. This is something that we teach. So when an athlete first comes in the door, we're going to sit down with them and just ask them what they're good at. We want to find out what is important to them and what is motivating them. So this could be career, family, vacation, any number of things. Maybe they want to train for like a half Ironman or whatever. We just kind of want to get to the heart at what this athlete is exceptionally good at and what we can help come along and support them on. So it's really important. And we find that like just the highest level of success and retention is when an athlete first comes in, that we find out bright spots. That's all we do, is just what are you good at? What's going really well for you right now? And then in that first month, we also want to identify more bright spots. So let's say that the athlete happens to be exceptionally good at deadlifting, or they just naturally have an awesome front rack position. I mean, it could be the silliest thing ever. They could give great high fives. I don't care. Just find something that the athlete's good at and make sure that you have a system in place to continually celebrate that. So we use Bright Spots worksheets to identify these things in an athlete's first month. Find out what's important to them, what they're good at outside the gym, find out a few things that they're good at in the gym, and then consistently follow up and celebrate those successes with the athlete. So follow-up systems. This needs to be in place and really consistent. I would consider an athlete's first month in my gym as probably the most volatile month. They're either, they've taken the first step in, and now it's my job to have them go into a system that sets them up for success going forward. And the Bright Spot system is a great way to do that. You can do this with an automated email campaign. Again, we did a live Q&A on emails. Go check it out on our YouTube page if you want to know more about automating these email campaigns. You can also use the Joy Ambassador system, which is another one that we've talked about in a previous webinar that you guys can go check out on our YouTube system. But bottom line is you need something in this phase. So when somebody integrates and they're on-ramping into your gym, we have to have consistent, successful experiences in that first month to really set them up for the long-term success. All right, so we've gone through awareness, interest, integration, and now we're going to wrap up and talk about retention. So retaining an athlete. I like to think about the retention phase of an athlete experience as an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. So if you listen back, when we were talking about awareness, we talked about this tactic of celebrating athlete PRs. So with these little whiteboards, just like, hey, I added 10 pounds to my deadlift, take a picture of it and send it out. That is a great system. Celebrating PRs for your athletes is a great system to have in place, both for retention, because you're giving your athletes a podium to celebrate their bright spots, but also it really captures interest in the awareness phase of your athlete's lifespan as well. So in a lot of these retention systems that we talk about, you're actually able to develop brand awareness and also athlete retention in the same tactic. So when you think about retention, think about ways that you can celebrate your existing athletes, give them a platform, and give them maximal opportunities for success, while also using some of that content to attract other athletes. So we talked about the PR celebration. That's a killer one. Another one is a volunteer experience with your gym. So this could be like a Habitat for Humanity thing is a great one. This could be, bringing some kids in from like a Boys and Girls Club to do a workout with your members. So partner them up. This could be some kind of like tutoring or mentoring program with younger kids in high school with your members. So a lot of these things are keeping your members engaged in areas that aren't directly related to like that daily WOD that you provide for them, but it also is going to provide some strong awareness for your brand as well. Another system that we use is this Joy Ambassador. You guys heard me reference this. I did a Q&A on it previously. And so the Joy Ambassador is going to be somebody in your gym that you have contact your athletes on a monthly basis. And so what we're going to do is we're going to contact them celebrating PRs, celebrating bright spots, and also giving them opportunities to interact with the gym on another level. Events are another great retention tool that I see a lot of gyms underutilize. Your in-house events should probably happen monthly. So one of the things that you guys are probably all familiar with, I think it's been all over Facebook and the internet by now, is the WOD and Wine event. The WOD and Wine event, in my estimation, is probably the most efficient tactic for both retention and brand awareness. So bringing your gym together for a common theme so the WOD and Wine, you brought everybody together, they're all hanging out, working out, they're all inviting their friends. I mean, think how many awesome pictures and stories and testimonials come out of this WOD and Wine event. So you're creating a retention opportunity for your existing athletes with this gym, with this event, and then you're also giving them an excuse to talk to their friends about your business and even bring their friends into your gym. So by doing this, you've almost bypassed that initial awareness phase by giving your members a chance to bring in new athletes to one of these really fun events. So again, to recap, guys, our 4 stages of our client experience, either in your gym or honestly any other business, your clients, your customers follow this same roadmap. And that's just going to be awareness. So brand awareness, us letting the world know that, hey, we're here and we're having a good time. The second phase is going to be interest. And the interest phase is when a future athlete or a future customer reaches out to us for some type of information or to get started, or maybe they sign up for our newsletter or some kind of free download that we're providing for them. So we need a system in place to go on and nurture those athletes that are in that interest phase. The third phase is going to be integration. So this is either when an athlete or a sports team or a personal training client comes into your gym, they sign up, money has exchanged hands, and it's in this phase that we want to establish ourselves as a place that celebrates success and celebrates their bright spots. So we use the bright spot system in here. And then the fourth phase and the ongoing phase is going to be retention. So your retention phase is your opportunity to create a lot of brand awareness while also keeping your existing customers engaged for years and years to come. So in the retention phase, there's a million different tactics that you guys can use. Celebrating PRs is one. The Joy Girl or Joy Ambassador system is another awesome one that you guys can use to maintain retention. Activities outside the gym, events inside the gym, any excuse to get your members engaging on any number of levels is going to be key in this retention phase. And even things that you can then turn around and use in the awareness phase is where you kind of get bonus points for retention. So again, you guys, we've got several recorded webinars that I referenced in today's that you guys can go back and look at. It's on our YouTube page, 321 Go Project. Additionally, I will send out a message to everybody. If you guys want to talk about these things anymore, by all means, shoot me an email. It's matt@321goproject.com. You can schedule a free 30-minute mentoring call. We've done well over 600 of these at this point and can always identify some key areas that can be improved upon in just a short 30-minute call. I'll post a link to that as well. Guys, we've got a podcast out there with a ton of information on there, a bunch of blog posts. For all that information, just head over to 321goproject.com and you can spend all day digging through a ton of valuable content there. So guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.